Jo Leute, was geht? Schön, dass ihr wieder dabei seid. Das ist jetzt der dritte und letzte Part vom StoryGameSunday mit dem Spiel What Remains of Edith Finch. Wenn ihr unbedingt ein Storygame habt, das ich zocken muss am StoryGameSunday, dann schreibt mir das gerne in die Kommentare. Und jetzt wünsche ich euch viel Spaß mit dem letzten Part.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Everything you could.
Süß.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
I wish she could have told us.
Oh. Nicht gut. Beim Baby. Oh nein. Ja.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Nein, in der Badewanne ertrunken. That's crazy.
And what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Krass. Ein Jahr alt. Crazy. Fehlen nicht mehr viele.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Jetzt auf Gas.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
I now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Ja, wie geht's weiter? Hä? Ah.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Geil.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Seite 10, okay.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh. Alles klar.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Okay.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Was? Okay.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Crazy. Aha.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Das ist schon krass, wenn ich mir überlege, dass da überall in dem ganzen Haus so die ganzen Schreine sind von den Familienmitgliedern, die einfach gestorben sind. So, Like,
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
geh so wieder nach unten. Ah, ich muss aber eigentlich nach oben. Gut. Dann klettern wir eben nochmal, was so schön war.
Lewis was born a year later.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Süß gemacht. Dem Beten, ja.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Erstmal makaber.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Ja, aufmachen? Nee, okay.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Die wissen nicht, ob er gestorben
After
ist, gell?
Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Stimmt, mit dem wissen sie noch nicht, was passiert ist.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Süß. Hey. Cute. Ah, das sind 3. Okay, sie wissen doch.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Achso. Ist er verschwunden? Aber ich glaube, wir können jetzt diese Geheimtür nehmen,
Mom
oder?
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Jetzt sind nicht da irgendwie durch? Okay, never mind. Wir müssen hier wieder raus.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Super. Ah, da geht's hoch, okay.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself.
Das ist krass, dass das alles so hält, Alter, wie die es gebaut haben. Wirklich aus der Weasleys.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Dosenfabrik, okay. Louis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Alles klar. Da geht's nicht hoch. Ja, ein kleiner Bob Marley anscheinend, ha?
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Süß. Eine Shisha.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Kleiner Gamer, ha?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Ja.
wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Das ist sehr cool gemacht.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Oh nein.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Das alles vielversprechend aus.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, warte.
On the edge of a city he named Louis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Ja, sehr cool gemacht.
Musicians. And songs for them to play.
Also Selina, ich weiß, was du an dem Spiel
He talked
magst.
about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Okay.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville,
Crazy.
St. Louis.
So
He started
gut
drifting
gemacht.
away from our reality.
Ich einfach weiter den Fisch in den Kopf verpack.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Minneapolis is crazy.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Nimm mal Queen. So Multiple-Choice-mäßiger hier.
The queen was on her own quest for
Leuchtenden Regenbögen.
radiant rainbows.
Mich würde mal interessieren, was du dann genommen hast, Selina. Oh. Ups.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase
Cool
led him
gemacht.
to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic
So ist
remained
jetzt nicht mehr
sound.
okay. Nächster Fisch.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Okay, chill mal.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Ja, wie soll ich jetzt trinken, wenn ich beide Hände gerade
Someone
brauche?
who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Ich trinke gleich was.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Sein Spind. Legalize Mariana. Geil.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Danke, Selina.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh nein.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh nein.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Das hat er Schütze auf dem Fenster oder so. Devil's Way, ja, mal schauen.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Guck mal, es ist
Queen
laut
waited,
jetzt.
holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Ich hab schon gesehen, was passiert.
Bend down his head.
Er hackt sich seinen Kopf ab mit dem Ding.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Boah. Crazy.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Das haben wir alle, oder? Bis auf Dawn. Und Edie. Jetzt kommt wahrscheinlich Edie und dann Dawn. Und in Jahren willst du machen. Crazy. Gleich müssen wir auch ganz oben angekommen sein, oder? Fast.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Krass.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Sie ist auch tot? Nee, ist sie nicht, oder? Denn
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
praktisch.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Wenn die Dame nicht Unrecht hatte mit...
Nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh, kommt die Geschichte von Omi, glaube ich.
Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Gehen wir zum alten Haus.
The first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, Tsunami.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
Das glaube ich.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Ach ja. Suchen wir den Text.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Wir machen das Tor auf, wir sind nicht so asozial.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Boah.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After
Krass.
that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Hey Schatz, was machst du immer?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Krass. Boah, ich hab Gänsehaut, Alter.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Kommen wir jetzt raus?
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now...
Ist das Toss?
Things didn't work out that way.
Kann sein, dass gleich der Permaband reinflattert.
This is where your story begins.
Okay.
I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Ich wusste, dass sie gestorben ist. Boah. Wahrscheinlich bei der Geburt, oder? Gänsehaut, Alter. Crazy. Die ganzen Kinderfotos von den Entwicklern. Boah, krass. Das Spiel war crazy. Eine Stunde 55. Also fast genau 2 Stunden, so wie du es gesagt hast, Selina. Und das ist echt gut gemacht. Also ich kann es nur empfehlen. Und die auch auf YouTube gerade zuschauen. Ich weiß, ihr habt das jetzt gesehen, aber wenn man das vor sich hat nochmal, ist es nochmal was komplett anderes. Schon crazy. Johanns Namen, okay. Einfach nur, dass man den Abspann mit sich anguckt. Gibt es noch Achievements oder was? Crazy. Der Wal. Der Frosch. Wo das Baby ertrunken ist in der Badewanne. Dead for Stories. Barbara Finch. Ja, crazy, Alter. Also ich bin dir auf jeden Fall dankbar, Selina, dass du mir dieses Spiel vorgeschlagen hast. Ach, das waren doch Pfirsiche, die der da immer gegessen hat. Okay. Das sah nämlich so aus. Das sah nämlich ganz komisch aus irgendwie. Die Bilder sind cool irgendwie. Ja, crazy. Ich will auch an so einem Spiel mal mitwirken, gell? Und dann kostet das nur 15 € auf Steam. Das ist schon krass. Playtesters? Mann, ich muss mich auch anmelden. Da stehe ich auch irgendwann mal auf so einem Buch drauf. Poor Pictures. Trick or Treat, Member Feed. Geil. Ah. Louis Finch. Finch-Team. Die haben 5 Jahre daran entwickelt? Die haben 5 Jahre gebraucht? Crazy, okay. Aber woran die Mutter gestorben ist, weiß man nicht, gell? Oder hat man das herausgefunden? Woran die Mutter, also unsere Mutter quasi gestorben ist? Die sind bei der Geburt gestorben, das Kind, wie das heißt, keine Ahnung. Aber wie sie gestorben ist, wissen wir nicht, oder? Oder wurde das gesagt? Ah ja doch, stimmt, der ging es doch dann so schlecht. Stimmt. Ja, crazy. Dann, YouTube, bedanke ich mich fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und wir sehen uns hoffentlich beim nächsten StoryGameSunday wieder. Auf Twitch. Der Link ist jetzt unten in der Beschreibung. Und ich hoffe, das Spiel hat euch gefallen. Wenn ja, dann gebt doch gerne einen Daumen nach oben. Lasst ein Abo da und wir sehen uns. Haut rein. Ciao, ciao.